What is up, my Tea-spiracy people? If you are new here, my name is AZ, and normally I make some drama gossip videos, but tonight I just feel like doing something different. This has been laying on my heart for like a while, since the 15th, okay? May 15th this happened, and it has just rocked my world. It has rocked my world. To be completely honest with you, this case has taken an emotional toll on me, and it happened all the way in Texas. I don't know these people, but what I do know is the energy that surrounds this case is so heavy and so, what's the word I'm looking for? It is just so inconsistent. It makes no sense. It makes you want to bang your head against the wall. It makes you want to question humanity. It makes you want to lose your mind, right? And I just want to thank you guys for being here. I know that this is not my normal spiel. I know this is not what my viewers are used to. But sometimes you get a little tired of stirring that tea. And my mark on YouTube, whether I'm just a drop, whether I'm a grain of sand at a beach, whatever. My plan is to get this out to some of you who may not know. I think the world done lost its mind a long time ago. However, this case right here and all the other cases that have come out the last couple weeks now, there has been Tristan Bailey. There has been this one, Cash Gernon. There has been a Mari Nicholson. I mean, and there was baby Caleb Withstand. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. These kids, Tristan Bailey was an exception. I mean, she was killed by somebody around her age group, but these kids are being killed by people who are supposed to be taking care of them. And the negligence that goes on with some of these and the cold-hearted evil that goes on with it is just, it's just jaw-dropping. I mean, there's no other word for it, right? So I see, I know I've been putting the word out here and there on Instagram. I've been, hi Charlotte too. I'm glad you're here because Charlotte's been talking about it too, guys. I'm glad to see you talking about it, Charlotte. If anyone hasn't checked it out, I'll link her after too. So I know I've been talking about it in my community tab and on Instagram, and I've been telling you I haven't even been able to put out content lately because I've been so entrenched in watching other content creators cover this, right? And they've done a good job, man. Not enough people are talking about this case, but the ones that are doing a great job. Like Molly Golightly has gone hard with this. Shout out to Molly. She has gone hard with this. I mean, there are times when Molly has had straight up anxiety attacks while live because she's just so dumbfounded by how this can happen, you know? There's Tiffany Marie. There is A Balance, I like him. There is Stop the Madness Crime. I mean, I have listed quite a few of them in my description, the ones that, have been staying on top of this. Those are there. But the more that time passes by and the more that comes out, the more you feel like you're stuck in some alternate universe. You're like, how did this happen? How? And every time you think it can't get any worse, or you think more can't unravel, it does, right? Um, like Jennifer says, cases like this just grip you and cut you like a knife. You're absolutely right, they do. Like I said in my community tab, I haven't felt this emotionally drained from a case since Chris Watts, right? Since Chris Watts, it's got that kind of dark energy connected to it. It's the only way I can explain it. Like, it's the only thing that comes to mind in comparison. And like, I'm not trying to compare the two evils because they're both evil, you know what I mean? But it's just mind-boggling, and it's literally every parent's worst nightmare. It doesn't get any scarier than a strange man coming in and ripping your kid out of the bed and just taking off and doing horrible things. I mean, that's literally, I mean, I cannot think of anything worse. I can't. I mean, knock on wood. I mean, I know there's always worse, but Jesus, like, come on, man. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna give a little recap here before I play this video. Because I know some of you might know, some of you might not know. So I'm just gonna read a little something I wrote in my description if you haven't read it yet, to kind of give you an idea before I push play on some of these. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll speculate because that's what people do in cases like this. I mean, there are people out there trying to silence the creators that are speaking out about this. some ratchet knight in shining armor named Benny. He's out there like, oh, Monica, the mother, you know, the mother of the trap house you're about to see. That mother, anyways. She's about to get a lawyer and this and that, and I'm like, listen, huh? If these people had any clue how hard it is to win a defamation case, right? My chat knows. My chat knows. We all watched Katie Joy get dragged by somebody that had money, and that somebody that spread false information about her. False, not even speculative. False information about her, and she didn't even win. So good luck with that, Benny and Co. Because you ain't getting nobody to shut up over this. Just saying. Anyways, all right, guys. So we got Cash Gernon. He is a 4-year-old boy from Dallas who was abandoned by his biological father, Trevor Gernon. Trevor left Cash and his twin brother, okay? So there's two of them. There's two little boys, two 4-year-old boys. You see that crib on the screen right there? I'm going to play the video in a minute, but do you see that crib that turned into a daybed right there? Those two little boys slept in there together, okay? Yeah, we'll get into that. But, so he left them there. He left them with his ex-girlfriend, Monica Sherrod, right? He thought it would be a good idea. He thought they'd be better off. He thought he had to get his life together. I don't know what he thought, okay? Because what he thought clearly was not the best interest of the children here. So, it had when Trevor left his two little boys with her, he said something along the lines of he's got a warrant out for his arrest. He's struggling with addiction. I mean, he didn't say this. Everyone else in his life basically did, but you know what I'm saying? Allegedly or whatnot. But, so he was like, yeah, I can't go to jail all hopped up in withdrawals. So yeah, let me go get myself together. Let me do this, let me do that before I inevitably, because it is inevitable, before he gets caught on this warrant, right? Because this dude's got a record and a half. So he left for whatever reason. Nobody really knows the real reason, you know? I mean, according to Miss Monica here, who's Martha Stewart of the Year in her trap house, she'll give you a different story, you know, depending on whatever fits her narrative, but we'll get into that. So anyways, yeah, he left the twin boys there. Months go by, right? Months, okay? Months. So while he was off trying to save himself from himself, these two little boys, you know, were left to just live with Monica, who was not their real mom. Their real mom lost custody of them, right? Can you imagine? So here we have this Trevor person, right, who has his own issues, you know, like most of us have, right? He won the custody battle, so it makes you wonder, like, yo, what was up with it? What was going on with the mother that this person was the better of the two? Whatever. Anyways, she's a truck driver, okay? So she's gone for long periods of time. So I can't see her being, you know, the mother she should need to be while being a truck driver and being gone for long periods of time. So the real mother didn't even know her two little twin boys were at this lady's house. She didn't know where they were, according to her and her family, right? So, biological mother's out of the picture, lost custody, on the road being a truck driver. Father was at this house with these boys, was in a relationship with a lady who runs this trap house, and just took off because he had other stuff to do. So here we are, right? Then you got these two little boys. Now, when I first saw this video, right? When I first saw this video, I said to myself, I've heard of people having monitors and stuff, like, that's kind of cool that it records. I mean, I was like, wow, this must be like a nice house. These people have, recording monitors and whatnot. Like, I never had that. You know what I mean? It's nice. I'm not saying everyone that has them is like rich or whatever, but like, I assumed that. I don't know. Then I started getting into the case, and they started showing what this establishment looked like, and I was like, oh my god, yo, like, you'll see. Okay, so now I'm gonna play this video. This is the video that started it all. This video sends chills up my spine. Right now, before I played, there is a little part that kind of looks like it freezes, right? And you're like, what's going on here? Dude's just standing here. Is the video frozen? No, I assure you it's not frozen. He's just creepy AF, and he's just lingering over the bed. Alright? So, let me just get set up here to hit play, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm trying to make it full screen here so we can, hear it better. Doo-doo-doo. Now, the one you see getting into the bed right now, that is Carter Gernon. He's the one that's still alive. Okay? The other one, Cash, is already in there sleeping. This dude. Now watch. You see how he had his hand up to his ear? Quickly. Kind of looks like he might have a device in his ear. Maybe, maybe not. He looks right at the camera. Looking right at the camera. Right? Oh, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Excuse me. Excuse me, Mama T. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Mama T. Okay? Thank you. Because, yes, you're absolutely right. Trigger warning. Okay? Nothing like you don't pull out no knife right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this still can be triggering. Okay? So thank you, Mama T. Okay? For giving me that reminder. Thank you, Advent. See, Mama T, you saved Advent, okay? So yes, he takes the kid. I'm gonna let you know he takes the kid, okay? So sorry about that. Let me keep playing it here. There we go. Looks again, right? Truffle says he looks right at the camera like he knows nobody's gonna call the cops. You're right. You're right. He's got his hand up to his ear, right? Kind of like he's listening, right? Now, as you can see, there's windows around. Somebody said they saw a camera reflection in the window. I could get into that, but, you know, I'm gonna save that part for now, because I think it's a reflection bug. Alright. Yep, he just stays there. You're right. You figure, like, if you were trying to do this, you'd be quick, right? This dude ain't in no hurry. Oh, the other one moves. He looks over. Oh, selfie queen, you'll see. You'll see how he got out. Oh, there he goes. Boom. Okay. Yeah, tiny bed. I know. I know. Bless these babies. Anyways, so as you can see, he didn't look like he was in a hurry, right? I mean, anybody that does something like that would probably, in my opinion, I mean, not that I think about this often because I've never tried to plot something like this, but you think you would be in and out, right? This dude looked like he was scared to wake the other kid up. Yes, Truffle. He looked like he's carrying the kid like a sack of potatoes. Now, I don't want to keep replaying this. There are channels that replay it. I mean, for obvious reason, they want to see what they can see, but I'm not going to do that here because this video literally makes me feel like semi-nauseous. So, with that being said, he carries the kid out almost like he's going to hand him to somebody, right? Because, I mean, I have a child the same age, by the way. Maybe that's part of the reason why this is affecting me. The kid don't move the legs. I mean, it happened so quick that who knows if he moved his legs later on. There are people out there who think he was already passed. There are people out there who think he wasn't. I don't know. I don't know that. I mean, I don't. Now, the next morning, allegedly, I don't know if I believe this either, the dude came back. There's a video of him coming back, right? Now, in the one where he quote unquote comes back, people say they see a knife in his hand. I personally don't see the knife. I mean, I see something in his hand. I can't tell what it is. I mean, I can't tell what it is, right? Those kids were 4 years old. Yes, Truffle. 4 years old. Sleeping in that little, bed. They looked too. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell like size and stuff from a camera like that, and that's part of the problem because here's the thing. I'm gonna play another video of an interview from the people that live there, and you're gonna see now. When you guys saw that guy standing there, you saw that he had. Let me bring up. I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna show his hair real quick. I'll try to get a side view, anyways. A little bit of a side view. Let's see. All right, so it looks like he's wearing like a headband or something, right? Let me put this up here. Looks like he's got something wrapped around his head. He's got long hair, right? It's long, dark, curly hair, right? Okay. Now, from this video, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell who exactly this is. And the more I get into this case, the more I start to think it may not be the person they have arrested, which is even more screwed up, okay? So, all right, so we saw that awful video. I can't sit here and continue to play it. If you want to see it again, I mean, bless your heart, go just, you know, watch it after or something, but I can't replay it. I just can't. So I'm gonna use this video. Let's see. All right, so what you're gonna see now is the okay, so remember how I told you the ex-girlfriend Monica, right? She's the one that's supposed to be taking care of these kids. You're about to meet her son, okay? One of her sons, and you're gonna see how that goes, okay? So here we go. There's not necessarily any trigger warning in this. They kind of just talk about what happened. Nothing crazy happens in this. I mean, it's sad, but other than that, I'm not going to give any warnings, you know? So let me just start this from the beginning. Okay. Here we go. One second, guys. Sorry. Share screen. Alright. You girls learning something. I got multiple tabs going now. It's my first day with multiple tabs. Okay, here we go. You know me. Alright, here we go. Let me see. Add to stream. What just happened to my screen? Hold on. What is going on here? Am I frozen? Don't be frozen. Don't be frozen. Oh my god, can you guys hear me though? Can you hear me? Alright, 1 second, 1 second. Sorry guys, hold on. One second. Oh, share audio. There's a stupid little button on StreamYard. It's a stupid little button and I miss it. It's in the little button in the little corner. Yeah, of course I want to share audio. I don't want to freaking mime the stuff. Let's go on. Oh, sorry guys, hold on. Alright, here we go. Sorry about that. I hit share audio. My bad. Here we go. Let's try this again. Okay.
The sweetest little boy. He loved everybody. The biggest smile ever.
Maury lived in the same home as the 4-year-old. He says he woke up and the child was missing.
I got up, I'm talking about in my shorts, no socks, no shoes, no shirt, running around the neighborhood looking for him. And I run down over there.
Maury's mother had been taking care of the child. Police say his biological father dropped him off at their home back in March, and she lost contact with him.
She can't stop crying. She's been crying ever since. She don't know what to do. She thinks it's her fault. I tell her it's not. There's no reason for this. Like, what he did was wrong.
Brown, who also lives in the same neighborhood, was out on bond for an unrelated charge at the time of the murder. Fox 4 spoke to one of his family members off camera. They claim he suffers from mental health problems. It's still unclear if Brown knew the boy. Maury says he recognizes Brown from school but has no idea why this would happen.
It's a 4-year-old kid, bro. Like, for what? It was the sweetest boy ever. He loved, like, y'all right here. He'd be so happy to run out here. Like, what's up, y'all?
At the house where Dallas police say 4-year-old Cash Gernon was kidnapped, Cameron Maury, who lives here, says he's as hurt as he is confused.
Like, why? He was 4, you know? Like, who does this to 4-year-old kids? You know what I'm saying? For what? Just for no reason? Just because you want to be evil?
Maury says his mother dated Cash's father until he left months ago, leaving Cash and his twin brother in their care. Until Saturday morning, when Maury's mother claims this man, Darriynn Brown, kidnapped Cash.
Because we got cameras all over the place in my house. It shows him coming in. Took him while he was asleep. While he's asleep. Carried him out of my house while he's asleep. If I could right now, I'd switch my place for his. I love this little boy.
Police arrested Brown, charging the 18-year-old with kidnapping and theft. Maury insists Brown was just a friend of his brother and would always walk around the neighborhood. You saying that he randomly...
Random, yes, random out of nowhere, for no reason. There's no reason for none of this. There's no, like, it's not from revenge, not from...
All right, I'm just going to stop it right there real quick, because this part, right, you just heard him say, now remember this, you just heard him say, you know, he's going to tell you, recognizes him from school, this is random, yada yada, right? This is where these people get me. This is why I'm telling you people, half-truths are whole lies. Half-truths are whole lies, okay? When you have a half-truth, you have a whole lie, and when you change your story, you have a big red flag in your hand, and that's what these people ended up doing. So let me continue here.
Not from hate, not from none of that, not from to get back at us, nothing. He loved to play superheroes. He always thought he was Iron Man.
Okay. Now, I am no specialist here, okay? But I do watch the behavior panel. I've spoken about the behavior panel before. The behavior panel consists of usually 4 men, okay? These men are the top tier of the top tier in the world, in the country, whatever. One of them trains like real life Jason Bourne dudes. The other one worked for the FBI for years. The other ones write books. These people are just amazing at what they do, okay? I pray for the day they examine this one, but from what I can see, did you guys notice how when he put his hands on his face, like, he kind of like gave me the impression it was shameful, like not in a way like he's grieving, in a shameful way. And he didn't make eye contact in certain parts when he was saying, yeah, it's random, like he would not look at them, but he would look at them when he was talking about the superheroes and whatever. So I don't know, man. And squeezing for tears, yeah, and a couple people been like, well, around his eyes are red. Like, yeah, dude could have been awake for days. Wait till you see the mother, okay? When I say awake for days, it's all gonna add up, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let me play the next one with the mom, and I'm gonna hit the button that has the sound. Okay, guys? Give me 1 second. Alright, let me get it up here. Yeah, wait till you see this prize possession. Yeah. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Share screen. Okay. 1 second. Alright. Share audio. I think after tonight I'll finally have the absolute hang of this. Alright. Add to stream. Charlotte, you must be a pro at this by now, man. It's not easy. You make it look easy. Hold on.
Oh, he was happy. He was a happy baby. He eager to learn. He was very eager to know how to read so bad. He always said, "What does that say? And what's that say? And then what's that say?" Oh man.
Was he a happy child?
He was a very happy child. Very, very, very happy. And he was, like I said, eager to learn. He loved bugs. I don't like bugs. Cash would chase me with bugs. And he thought it was funny. Cash was more outspoken than Carter. Cash was the leader. He was the one that showed Carter how to do everything. Carter's the smart boy. Cash was the one that was brave enough to follow through with everything. So Cash was he loved school. He loved, like I said, reading. He loved books. I used to read to them every night. And he always wanted me to read the same book over and over again.
And you went to shrine to him for the first time yesterday.
Yes.
And you laid down his favourite toy.
Do you guys, let me just pause it real quick. Do you guys see the door? Do you guys see the surroundings of where this lady is? Like, can you just, like, please mentally note that? Some people don't notice things like that, just saying.
Dinosaur. He loved the dinosaur. It was given to him by my son Landon. And Cash, I have so many videos and pictures of him running around the house with that dinosaur. He will be missed here very much. Very much so. Cash was like my own son.
Can you tell me a little bit about the day when it happened?
Yeah. I woke up a little late because, like I said, Cash didn't wake me up. Cash is normally the one that wakes me up. In the morning, we get up about 7. We eat the breakfast, and then we get ready for school. That's what they called it. And we'd sit at the table and do our ABCs and our shapes and our colors, and then I'd let them go play, and then we'd do lunch and then naps. The day
What
that
happened on this day?
the day that he was missing, I got up late and I thought it was weird. It was kind of like, it's 10 o'clock, you guys, already. You waited late to wake mommy up, so I figured Cash was still in bed. My son is who walked in the room and said, "Where's Cash at, Carter?" Because they're never separate. They don't separate. And Carter goes, "He went outside. He went out front." So we believed Carter, you know what I'm saying? And so my boys started looking for him, and I started screaming, "Cash, if you're hiding from mommy, it's not funny anymore. Come out, it's time for breakfast." He wouldn't answer, so I called 911.
Did you look for him around the house?
Yes, they went all the way around the block. My boys did. They went all the way up this alleyway. They walked all the way down to the little corner, you know, yelling for Cash. And he wasn't answering, and I knew something was wrong. Something in my mind I knew. So I called 911 and told them I couldn't find Cash. And they said, "When did I notice he was gone?" I said, "Immediately when I got up, when Carter woke me up. We noticed Cash was gone, and I didn't even think about their surveillance system."
When did you look at the surveillance?
When we were at the detective's office, my son, I was crying, and I was...
You didn't even think about their surveillance system. Are you kidding me? Okay? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna play the rest in a second. Who has a recording video in the child's room. The child gets taken and you forget you have. Okay? And not only does she forget she has, everybody in the family forgets it except for the last child that was interviewed. Okay? You're going to hear her say that. Who forgets? Who? Okay? Now, someone real quick before I play, someone said, have they found the bio dad yet? Yes, he released an audio statement crying, saying, I thought I could trust Monica, I tried to get my life together, blah, 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 but yeah, he ain't showing his face. Nobody knows where he is. Obviously, he's still running from the law, but he did release an audio statement. It was all about him. Everybody's talking bad about me. Everybody's talking bad about my family. Me, 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 me. I. It's so frustrating listening to it, okay? All right, let me play the rest of this. There was another quick question. Oh, God. I'm sorry, I'll get back to it in a second. Hold on. Let me just push play. I want you guys to hear this. Let me shut the echo
Confused
off.
and like in a million pieces and praying to God they would still find cash, and that little boy wasn't cash. I kept telling my daughter, that's not cash. And she said, Mommy, it has to be. Nobody else is missing a baby.
When there was a report of the body that had been found.
And I said, no, it's not cash. And when my son had went into his interview, Matthew was the last to be interviewed, he remembered all of a sudden, Mom has cameras. And I when you're going through something like that, you don't think about all of that. All you think about is your baby that's missing. And when they said, Mom has cameras, I rewinded the cameras, and there he was, the boy taking my son out of his bed.
How did you feel when you saw that?
I freaked out. I'm sure my kids heard me. I was devastated. I started screaming because my daughter kept telling me, Mom, somebody did this. Mom, somebody did this to our baby. And I'm like, no, they didn't. He's going to be found. They're going to find him. And they did. They did do it. They took him. Why would they hurt him? He was 4. He was like this big, like he was so little. He wasn't even the size of a 4-year-old.
Real quick, because this was the other question. Thank you, Yvette. Who punched her in the nose? Okay. Now, when everybody first saw this interview, right, we were like, yo, this lady's a tweaker. I'm just going to say it like it is. I ain't going to sugarcoat this. This lady is a straight up tweaker, okay? I mean, everyone's like, oh, she, they assumed her nose was like that because it was a scab and she was being a tweaker and she got something on her face like a scab. People do that who do meth. They pick their skin. They have scabs, scratches, whatever. However, a couple days after this interview when they had like a balloon release or something, people do that, the send off there, whatever. I guess she told somebody that when she went to pick her dogs up, right, at the wherever they took the dogs, right? She went to pick her dogs up, and somebody there knew who she was and knew about the situation that happened, right? And punched her in the face. That's what she says, okay? So she claims she got punched in the face by somebody who was disgusted with her and everything that happened. I'm still convinced it's like a tweaker mark, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I hate when people do balloon. Girl, I understand why they do it, and I can appreciate the symbolism that goes along with it. However, shit is so bad for the earth. I mean, it just whatever. I'm not gonna get petty and get into that, but I agree with you. I don't like balloon releases either. However, the sentiment behind it is pretty nice, but I hear you. All right, let me hit play here.
He was so tiny. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't.
Can you just tell me where you saw the
I can't do this anymore. Did you notice she said that, Cameron said that, they both said that. They both like, can't do this anymore, right? Now, who else has said that? Who else said that? Amari Nicholson's quote unquote stepdad, he couldn't do it no more. Who else couldn't do it no more? You know, all these people lately, who go on camera begging for their kids back or whatever, they all go, oh, I can't do this no more, right? Yo, this lady, and listen, this is not all. I'm not even done yet, okay? I'm not even done yet. So, they got Darriynn Brown in custody right now, right, for the murder. Okay, by the way, I haven't even got to this part yet. Sorry, I am new at this whole storytelling thing live like this, so bear with me, guys. I appreciate your patience. Cash Gernon was found a minute and a half away down the street on a curb, dead, okay? He had blood all over him. A jogger, a passerby. Now this happened at like, first of all, he was taken at like 5 something in the morning. I think the jogger found him around 6:50, something like that. So the jogger's jogging. This lady, I feel so bad for her. I saw her speak a couple times. Oh my God, can you imagine jogging down the street, coming upon a deceased child on the road? Like, this poor lady, can you just, oh my God, I can't imagine. She said he had ants on his feet. I mean, I can't even wrap my head around what that must be like for that lady. My heart breaks for her too, you know. Even the people who live around there, who have to drive by there every day and think about that, like, I can't even imagine how horrible that must be. So the boy's found dead, okay? I don't have the heart to play the part where, the little boy, his brother wakes up in the morning and he goes, Cash. He yells out for him. Like, it is like the saddest thing. I can't even play it. It's out there. If you want it, I'm sorry. Call me a baby, whatever. I just can't do it. I can't do it. It upsets me. And I think it would upset you guys. Yeah, the little dude wakes up in the morning, he's looking for his brother. This is all recorded too, you know what I mean? Like, he calls out his name, he leaves the room, comes back. That little boy, the one who's still alive, Carter, it's like he knew. It is like he knew. The way he called out for his brother, the way he stood there, it's almost, they say twins, no, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this, whatever. The way he called out his brother's name lingers in my head. I think about it and I cannot, just can't do it. It's triggering enough, I know. Exactly. Exactly. Justice needs to be served. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, Camilla, okay. I'm glad you guys aren't like, play it. Like, yes, there are still no murder charges. Just Joy, thank you. There are still no murder charges. So this dude, Darriynn Brown's been locked up, right? There's still no murder charges, right? Now they got a camera, they got this on record, but we all saw how Cameron looks a lot like Darriynn Brown. They got the same hair. I mean, one of them is black and one of them is white, obviously, but when you have night vision cameras on like that, like, it's hard to tell, right? There are people out there who are like, it's definitely this one, it's definitely that one. I used to think it was definitely Darriynn Brown, right? But the more I look at like the space between the eyebrows and stuff like that, like, if I was, put it this way, if I was on a jury right now, right, and the jury was like, beyond a reasonable doubt, do you think it is Darriynn Brown? I don't think I'd be able to do that. I really don't. Here's the kicker, guys. You ready for the kicker? You ready for this? Okay. Mama Monica, right, and son Cameron have told us. Yeah, we don't really know him. Cameron said he went to school with him. His exact words were, "I recognize him from school." Okay. Do you want to know something? Darriynn Brown, the one who is in prison right now, in jail right now, used to live there. He used to live there. Not only did he lived there for an entire school year with his brother. So you want to know why homeboy is so comfortable moving through that residence? You want to know why he wasn't nervous standing there? He has lived in that house. He knows that family. He has probably slept in that room. He knows them. So I ask you this. Why, if they know him, why is he just somebody he recognizes from school? If he used to live there, why is he just somebody he recognizes from school? Okay? Now, the reason why everybody knows he used to live there, gets even better. Take a seat, okay? If you're not sitting down, take a seat, okay? Now listen to this shit. Excuse me, I'm trying not. This is wow. So there's a dude, an old dude, who lives down the street, okay? Old dude sitting there one night. Now, this is months ago. This is in April, I think. Was it April? I think it was in April of this year. Was chilling at home, okay? Old dude, grandpa's watching his 2-year-old granddaughter, okay? Down the street from Monica's house. All of a sudden, Darriynn Brown, because Darriynn Brown really is crazy. He really is. I'm not going to say he's not. I mean, from what I understand, he's not well. He walked in dude's house, grabbed the 2-year-old, right? Was standing there in his trance-like state. Grandpa went over and grabbed the 2-year-old out of his arms, and yeah. And Mama Monica, the lady we just saw, convinced Grandpa down the street not to call the police, and he didn't. What planet is this? Somebody. What planet is this? What planet? Old dude down the street. Now, here we are months later, and Cash Gernon's dead. Old dude down the street pops up out of nowhere like, oh yeah, I know him. He came in my house. He went over to my sleeping 2-year-old granddaughter, picked her up, and tried to leave with her. Not only did he try to leave with her, he was saying, oh, I'm looking for my girlfriend. Now, this is Darriynn Brown, the one that is allegedly on the film, the one that is in jail right now. Dude, grandpa down the street, what is wrong with you? Now he wants to press charges. Yes, he could be intimidated. The old man down the street, maybe he was scared of him, because listen to this. A very, very well-spoken gentleman went on Stop the Madness channel. If you guys don't know who Stop the Madness is, he's a cool dude. He does true crime. I just watched his channel grow from like 1,000 to like 5,000. He's getting shoutouts from Stephanie Harlow, who does true crime. He's done great things in the last couple weeks with this case. He's done real good. He had an interview with another neighbor. Now this is a different neighbor, okay? So let's forget about the old man for a minute. Different neighbor. He says, listen, I know this Darriynn Brown. I know him. He is crazy. He was in my driveway with a hammer, telling me he was going to kill me. He runs around the neighborhood. He's been terrorizing us forever. He's scary, yada yada. I mean, he goes on to tell stories, right? He tells stories. He says, I know it's him. There's not a doubt in my mind Darriynn Brown killed him, killed Cash, yada, all this stuff, right? Now listen, so everybody in this neighborhood knows that Darriynn Brown is bad news. They know he's not well. They know that grandpa down the street even knows he tried to take his kid, the kid, out of his house, right? So I say this to you. If you were living in a trap house and, with Martha Stewart over here, and God forbid something bad happened to the kids, how easy do you think, this is just a speculation, how easy do you think it would be to frame homeboy down the street? How easy would that be? Thank you, Yvette. How easy? There are tweaker marks all over the walls. I'm sorry, listen. I'm not going to sit here and be too proud. I used to be an addict. I wasn't a tweaker, but it's all the same. You know what I mean? I don't like to sit here and poke fun at addicts. I don't. But something inside of me, in my heart, in my soul of souls, tells me, F this lady. I don't give a shit. I will call her a tweaker. I don't care. Because I feel like she failed these kids. Furthermore, okay, so remember how in the beginning I said, oh, I thought maybe it was a nice house that had cameras in the room. Now after seeing that house, right? I'll show you some more pictures too while I'm at it. After seeing that house, why would they have cameras in that room? Do you think that maybe she was like, yo, these ain't my kids. Maybe I'll just lock them in here and just watch them on camera. I mean, who knows? Who knows the possibilities of what went on? Do you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I just don't know why. For the life of me, they acted like they didn't know the dude. I don't get it. I mean, Even if we give them the benefit of the doubt and we say to ourselves, well, maybe they didn't want to look guilty, right? This is a serious circumstance where this needs to be taken seriously. You don't just start lying to people about stuff like this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not cool. Not cool at all. But, hold on, let me remove this so I can put a different picture up here. But I'm just baffled, you guys. Just baffled. So, not only that, so many people have lived in this trap house. So many people. Mind you, Monica's parents also live there, okay? Mr. and Mrs. Pinkerton, who probably will send me a fake freaking thing for talking about their trap house, but I really don't care because truth hurts. They're a bunch of winners too. You should see these people. Anyways, the point of my story is this. I am starting to think maybe it's not Darriynn Brown. Darriynn Brown's mother, by the way, claims he has been set up. Okay? But I think I'm not surprised that she says that. Darriynn Brown himself claims he was set up. His lawyer, claims he was set up. But, of course his lawyer is going to say that. Of course he's going to say that. You know? So it's hard to tell right now. But what I do know is, I cannot say for sure that it's not Cameron. You know? I can't do that. Can't do it. Yeah. So poor little Cash. Poor little Cash. My heart breaks. My heart breaks. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the rumors. Trigger warning. Okay? I'm not going to go into detail, that's for sure. But, word on the Facebook streets anyways, that there is a lot more footage, that there is also another neighbor who is involved with Darriynn Brown who filmed this quote-unquote ordeal, we'll call it a snuff ordeal, okay? We all know what a snuff is, right? Yeah. Apparently there was a snuff involved to maybe make some fast cash. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what tweakers do. I've never been a tweaker. I don't know how they move. I don't know how desperate they get. I don't know. Okay? I know that I have seen Breaking Bad, and I remember the little boy in that episode who lived in a house similar to Monica's, and it's all too familiar. I think he had red hair too, but it's just sad. It's sad. And there's one dude out there on Justice for Cash, man. Let's get I just hope whatever the truth is, whatever it is, I just want the truth to come out. Why didn't anyone call the cops? Oh my god, Truffle. There is a big discrepancy with the cops. Now, somebody said that this is so crazy. Okay, so like I said, I don't have the exact times in front of me. Shame on me for not writing them down. I definitely should have. I should have wrote them down. However, my mind. Yeah, sorry. Now, so Darriynn Brown comes in. He takes cash. You know, not. I think an hour later or so, he's found. Dude comes back, right? Not only does he come back, and it's okay. So let me make this clear. I don't want to show this because it just don't. He comes back now it's daytime, okay? So when he comes back, it's daytime. It's like 7 something, right? And it's not on night vision. You can tell it's Darriynn Brown. You can tell it's him, okay? So now the only little baby in the bed is Carter, the one who didn't get taken. So Darriynn Brown walks in the room. He walks over to Carter. He kind of, in my opinion, lovingly takes a look at him and walks out. Some people are like, oh, he has a knife in his hand. I don't see it, okay? I don't. But he didn't do anything. People are like, oh, he came back and he got spooked and yada yada. I mean, if Darriynn Brown is as mentally ill as we are being led to believe, and he's schizophrenic, and he's this and he's that, and he's smoking meth, okay, allegedly. I mean, can you guys imagine what would happen to a schizophrenic smoking meth? I don't even know. That's like another plane of existence. But how easy would it be to manipulate somebody like him into being like, hey, can you walk into the room and like check on Carter real quick and, you know, just tap him and like walk out? I mean, who knows? I've heard crazier stories. I have. And I am not sticking up for Darriynn Brown, trust me, because he has done some things that were definitely him for sure. There are videos out there right now of him approaching cars with hammers in people's driveways. There is a video out there of him going up to somebody's back wooden gate, like opening it and then looking in, like, yo, somebody's trying to knock on this stream, and my regular people know who it is, but I am not about to Cynthia cracking up, homie. Not today. I heard you on Real Entertainment. Just not today, honey. Okay, not today. You and I need to talk, but not today. Okay. Anyways, until this year, I thought those were a myth. You thought what was a myth? They were protecting their drugs. This is heartbreaking, man. The camera is there for a cover-up story or something. And that's the thing. I mean, these people are obviously not well off, right? I just can't for the life of me wonder why that camera was there to begin with. And we all watched the video. We all saw him look towards the camera, right? We saw the reflection in his eyes, right? It almost looks like he's wearing glasses. And if he is wearing glasses, they may be the night vision ones, but I can't really tell. I mean, like I said, there are people out there who will tell you to the blue in the face, that's Cameron, or that's this, or that. I cannot say for sure. No matter how many times I watch it, I don't want to continue to watch it, but yeah, not today, Satan. Oh man. But anyways, yeah. There is a movement out there of people who are, well, I say people, it's one dude, top flight security. His name is Benny. He's out there saying Monica has a huge heart. She took those boys in, she took care of them, blah blah. Well, obviously she didn't do that good of a job, my friend, because one of them's not here anymore, and furthermore, she doesn't look like she can really take care of herself right now, so I can't for the life of me figure out why Trevor Gernon, these boys' father, looked at her and was like, yeah, you're the one. I'm gonna leave my kids here with you. I mean, I don't know. And then I hear channels being like, oh, Trevor did the right thing. He was trying to get his life together, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but I've been in a similar situation. Like, I can't imagine leaving my child with somebody who looks just as worse off, if not worse off than I am, to go get better. Like, what? And like I said, Mr. and Mrs. Pinkerton, who are Monica's parents, who also live there. Now, the story started with, like, while Monica was in jail one time, Leslie, her mother, let Darriynn Brown live there with his brother, right? So I don't know if it was Monica who let him live there or if it was Leslie who let him live there, but apparently one of them did. And then now everybody's saying, oh no, Darriynn Brown and Monica were in a relationship. I don't know how true that is. I know that rumors can get spiraled out of control. Do you know what I'm saying? Where is the other boy currently? Good question. The other boy is currently with the biological mama. Okay? Now, that doesn't make much sense to me either, because if she lost custody, why is she the prime candidate for him to go back to? I mean, there are so many confusing things, and the Dallas Police Department has barely said anything about any of this, which makes it even weirder. Not that they have to. I understand it's an open investigation, right, guys? Like, sometimes they don't say nothing for a reason. They don't want to tip anybody off. Maybe they're doing things behind the scene, whatever. But this is just wild. Like I said, his family's like, yo, he was set up. His lawyer, he was set up. But kind of have to expect that from him anyways, because we know that even if it is him on camera, right, guys? Even if it's definitely him, let's say that the professionals come in and they line up his facial features and, they do all this math and they're like, oh yeah, that's definitely him. We still don't know if, yeah, that's him, but does that mean he's the one that killed the boy? I mean, like, you gotta think of all these things when you go into a trial like that. And then I'm gonna read this other thing I saw real quick that I saw on Facebook before I came on. Oh my god. About Darriynn Brown being a crazy. They're like, yo, he ain't even gonna go to, even if it is him, he's so far gone and crazy that, like, he ain't ever gonna go to a real prison. He's too far gone. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to think of the possibilities that come along with methamphetamine and schizophrenia. I just can't even imagine. It is sad. It is so sad. It is. And no matter what happens, I hope that the truth comes out. No child should be killed. No child should be abandoned by their parents. The whole thing is a shit show. You're right. It absolutely is. And not only that, the Monica's parents, the trap house grandparents are off running their mouths on Facebook, panel hopping. Oh, so we talked about the dogs, right? Remember how I said Monica was picking the dogs up and that's how she got scratched in the nose, somebody punched her in the face, yada yada. Yo, if there were four dogs, why didn't they bark when homeboy walked in there? Oh yeah, 'cause he used to live there. Like, this whole thing is wild, man. And then Molly Golightly had one of her friends drive by the house, right? And she saw the four dogs all back. So like, or it's just crazy. I don't know. Crazy, but every day something else crazy happens in this case. And every day the Dallas Police Department remains quiet and more quiet and more quiet. And crazy things keep happening. Yeah. These kids were failed by everyone. Absolutely, Jennifer. Carter is going to be permanently. Oh, poor Carter. Poor Carter. I can't even imagine. Now, I know that I've talked about how I believe in energy. Let me take a sip of my drink real quick before I keep going. Hold on. I don't want to get too involved in like energy healing and all this crazy stuff because I know it sounds crazy. I'm very self-aware. So I believe from the get-go that this case is super dark energy. Obviously it's dark energy. I mean, I sound stupid saying that, but like there's like another layer of dark energy to this. And somebody named Sloan Bella, who is a psychic. I don't know if you guys believe in psychics. I know some people think it's a big joke, right? But she did a video about this case, and I'm telling you guys, you need to watch it. I'm gonna put it in my description when I'm done here. And she explains it from like an energy level. Basically, she's a master astrologist. This lady is a psychic to the stars. She has been doing this basically her whole life. And even if you don't believe in psychics, the things that she speaks about and how she understands the universe like make complete sense. And I know what you're thinking. It sounds crazy, but give her a chance. Watch the video. It's in my community tab, actually. I shared it earlier. And she's pretty cool, though. Evil is very real, right? Someone in my comments tried to tell me that evil isn't real. And I'm like, well, we can't have good without evil. And good definitely exists. So, I mean, CPS did take it. CPS took. Now, here's the thing. Cameron, the boy we saw in the interview, he's 18. So he gets to stay, right? I believe there's a teenage girl, she got to stay. I think she's 17. And then Monica's two younger boys, not the boys we're talking about, the other, because she'll tell you they're all her kids, but they're really not. Her youngest two got taken, but Leslie Pinkerton is the one in charge of them, and that's her mother, and her mother lives there. So how, I don't know how it works. I don't know. I'm so sick of seeing children failed by their parents. I just don't get it. I mean, and here's the thing, guys. I know that bad stuff has always happened throughout the history of the universe, like, obviously, but I feel like when we have social media and we can share information so quickly nowadays, like, it's either so maybe these horrible cases haven't gotten worse. Maybe they've just always been there and now we're able to have access to them like we never could before. Or is it really getting worse? Because I can't really tell. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't have the answers, but bad energy, man. Bad energy. And when Sloan Bella talks about this case, I mean, she talks about how Monica stands there and how she's got that look in her eye. And I mean, it's nuts. Whatever it is, I hope that they figure this out, and I wish that the Dallas police would talk. Oh, get this, real quick, before I wrap this up, right? Because it is getting late. The Dallas police are so overwhelmed and understaffed because Do you guys remember the defund the police movement, right? Defund the police? Well, yeah, that worked out real well because now they can't keep up. They cannot keep up with everything they have going on. So if you live in Dallas and you live in a bad part of Dallas and you call 911, you get put on hold. This really happens. You get put on hold, get hung up on. Please take about 30 minutes to get there. Like, they cannot keep up. They can't. Okay? They can't. Because, at least in my state anyways, I don't know how that state works or your state works, but for example, let's say I said I didn't want to press charges on somebody. Sometimes the state will do it for you, right? So, I mean, they're too busy to even do that over there. Defund the police. They're down like 800 officers or something crazy. Something crazy. They can't keep up with what they have. They can't. Because guess what? When Darriynn Brown was running around that neighborhood terrorizing it with hammers and doing crazy stuff, right? The police would get called up by random neighbors. They've come forward, they've spoke of it. And they'd be like, yeah, well, they'd come 30 minutes later. Darriynn Brown would be already running down the street 10 miles away with his hammer by the time the police got there, right? Because they're too busy to get there immediately, right? So Darriynn Brown was able to terrorize the shit out of this neighborhood for a long time, right? Because they looked at him like, hey, he's just a kid causing trouble. Like, we're understaffed. I mean, this is what I hear from the people that live there, anyways. Taxes, I don't know. Oh, and the taxes are going crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just sad. Like the Amari Nicholson case. It's nuts, guys. It's nuts. Yeah, Chris Watts vibes all over it, man. Some dark energy beings got a hold of these people. Yup. Stay protected, yup. Well, Flint had like 4 cops for the whole city for years before the move. Wow. That's crazy, Flamingo. Wow. Yeah. I don't know, man. Alright, I'm gonna jump off here. I only want to come on for about an hour anyways, but thank you for coming to my true crime debut, and thank you for hanging in there with me on my screen changes and whatnot. I think I have it figured out now. I think I got it, guys. I think I got it. But I appreciate you showing up. Justice for Cash Gernon. Go watch the videos. Go do some more research. I mean, just don't get sucked in like I did, okay? Because this case will give you nightmares. Smash that like button, Selfie Cindy. Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder. Alright, guys, so if anything new transpires, I'll probably go live in a couple days and talk about this some more, alright? You're welcome, Tamara. Hopefully I did a halfway decent job with my first true crime case, but I just want these little boys, especially Carter, who has to go on for the rest of his life without his best friend / twin brother. So say a quick prayer, send out some good energy for poor little Carter, too, and Cash, of course. Alright, guys? Alright, have a good night. We'll talk soon about this again. Thank you. Thank you to my mods, by the way. You guys are the best. I forget to tell you that sometimes, but you really are. I have the best mods in the world. Bye, guys.